Hey y'all, this is my braid pattern. I'm just going to be showing you how I'm sewing in my 360 closure I got from Pretty Girlz Hair, and I just braided all of my hair straight back. I am going to be installing this. I did bleach the knots, as you can probably tell, so I'm just going to place that on my head and position it how I want it to be, making sure that my braids underneath are covered. I'm going to make a part on the side and cut off half of the lace in the front just so I can see a little bit better of what I'm doing. I'm going to now start sewing in this 360. I just found a braid on the side to start sewing it down to. This is just going to make it secure so that I can sew the whole thing down. I'm going to do that on both sides. I'm sewing down the left side first, and then I will eventually make my way to the right side to find a braid and sew that down as well. Okay, as you see, I did make my way over here to the right side to do the same exact thing. I just want to make sure this 360 is secure, and if you all pay attention, once I finish sewing it in, you will definitely see a review of how I like this hair and this closure. So as you can see, I'm just cutting off that excess lace in the front so that I can get a more accurate look of what it's going to fit like. And as you can see, this 360 is too big for my head, so I will have to cut around my ears to make it fit a little bit better. And I'm not just going in for the kill, I'm cutting a little bit at a time, just because you want to have too much then not enough to work with. So I'm cutting a little bit at a time until it properly fits behind my ear. And now I'm going just cutting the rest of that lace off. So I like to just play with the 360 to see where I need to sew it down, and as you saw when I pulled it back, you can see that braid, so I'm going to sew on top of that braid so that that closure can be secure. And now I also do like to find braids to sew on top of throughout the front of the closure, specifically where I know I'm not going to part my hair, because this thread is black. You'll be able to see the black thread where you're parting, so I am sewing it on top of the braids that I know I'm not going to part. I hardly ever part my hair on the left side. So, well, I do part my hair on the left side, just not right there. So now I'm going to the back and I'm securing that down all the way across. And I did cut off the lace in the back, but I didn't show that part. And this is one of the bundles. I'm going to sew that in. The way you see me sewing it in here is how I will sew it all the way until I get to the top and close it off so you can't see the weft. And I'm just flipping it over because I don't like cutting my wefts unless it's absolutely necessary. And that's the finished look, so stay tuned for my review.
Hey y'all, I am finally back with another video. I came to do a review. As you saw in the beginning of the video, I did install a 360 lace closure along with some bundles, and I just want to come and review the hair for you and let you all know how I like it. But first, let me tell you where it's from, okay? It's from Pretty Girlz Hair, and their information will be linked in the description box for you to go and check out their hair and their prices and all of that good information. Well, first, I would like to go ahead and talk about the packaging. This is what it comes in. This is what the hair comes in. I did open it at the bottom, but it comes in a nice pretty package with the picture on the front, and it tells you what inch you got at the top here. And I really love the ribbon. It's so cute, but it doesn't have anything to do with the hair, so I'm not going to talk about the ribbon. Okay, so they actually, well, I am going to talk about the ribbon. they actually do tie a ribbon on the hair and on the outside. So I'm just going to untie the ribbon so I can take the hair out so you can actually see the density for yourself. Okay, I have got the ribbon off. So now I'm just going to take the hair out. Now this is what the hair looks like. It has a beautiful curl pattern and it is very thick. I'm gonna tell you, like, it's very thick. You know how most times you will get some hair and at the ends it's really straggly and just thin? This is not like that. This is legit thick all the way through. Sometimes, like if you go to the company, their shorter wefts will be thick all the way to the end, but their longer wefts are really thin and straggly. That's not the case with this hair. I have a 20 inch, I have most of an 18 inch in my hair, and this is what I had left over from the 18 inches. And I also have, of course, the 360 was 14 inches. So those are the inches. I have 20, 18, and 14 inches in my hair. Now, the texture. I love the texture. It is really smooth. Like, it's really smooth. You can run your hands through it. I have had this hair in my hair for 2 weeks, or in my head for 2 weeks, and I can run my hands through it. Usually when I wake up in the morning, I will just brush my hair and go throughout the day and not brush my hair until the night when it's time to go to sleep. And I have, like I said, worn this hair for 2 weeks. So it's really good. Like, I washed my hair after the first week. No, I washed my hair at the second week. So it did hold up pretty well. Like, I just washed my hair last night. So it's pretty good with that. Now, what I can say is when you're shampooing your hair, when you actually do shampoo this hair for the first time, it does lose its curl pattern. So that may be a con for some people, but for me, all I have to do is just curl it again. I have some large rods. I have flat irons, curling irons, so however, wand curls, you can do whatever you want to do. The hair is flexible, and I can say that it does hold a curl pretty nicely. Now, as far as shedding, yes, that is also a pro. This hair does not really shed. I just pulled out one. You may not be able to see it, but you know, I pulled out one. But I would like to note here, as far as shedding, you're not going to find any hair brand that is not going to shed. Hair sheds. That's what it is. Our natural hair sheds, obviously, because it does go through the cycle. We need to rid ourselves of hair from the follicle so that we can make room for new hair. Okay, this is not real hair, so it does not shed in that manner. However, real people manufacture this. So that means that there's room for error. Like, it's not, even though there were machines that did, you know, sew the wefts together or whatever, but just know that any hair that you get will shed a little bit. Now, if it's like every time you brush it and 30 strands come out, that may be a problem. But if you brush it and maybe 5 strands came out, it's okay. Like, it's okay. So anyway, just make sure that you are being mindful. I would just advise you to treat your extension hair like you treat your hair. If you are very good with your hair in regards to not running your hands through your hair all the time, all day, don't do that with the extensions and you should be fine. Now, as far as the 360, it wasn't bad. It was really, it was natural looking, realistic. I did like it. However, it was just a little bit too big for my head. So I would advise, especially if this is your first time doing any type of lace, I would not advise you to just go in for the kill getting a 360. I would advise you to maybe start off with a frontal or just a closure first. A closure, and if you like that, go to a frontal, and if you like that, then move up to the 360. I would not suggest beginning people that are starting out wearing lace anything hair, don't just get a full 360. And also, I would advise that if you are wanting to get a 360, that you do get it measured to fit your head, so that you don't end up having to cut it or to make sure that it fits. And that was my problem. As you saw in the video, I did have to go ahead and cut, I did have to cut some of the lace because my head is not that big, though, you know, sometimes it seems like it. It's not that big. So that would be the only thing with the 360. Because it was too big, I did have to go and purchase some lace glue, because I found that when I did try to use holding spray or my Gorilla Snot or anything like that, it was not holding. It would hold for like maybe 30 minutes to an hour, but it did not hold for long enough time for my front part to just lay down and stay down. Like, if I'm wearing a lace wig, I need it to look like I'm not wearing a lace wig. Like, no. So I just did go and buy some lace glue, and it did hold pretty well. But that would be my only thing. I just found myself continuously making sure that the 360 was laying down flat on my head. Every morning when I got up to go to work, I had to make sure that it was on point, so that throughout the day I didn't have to mess with it or anything like that. So that would really be pretty much my only con with this hair. That's it. I really did like the hair. I enjoyed wearing the hair. If I had to purchase this hair on my own, I would. I would not get the 360 closure. I would probably get a closure instead. I would get a closure, or I would just purchase just bundles and leave some of my hair out to blend with the hair. But I definitely would purchase this hair with my own money, because when I tell you it is legit good quality, like, look at that. I'm legit running my hands through, no tangles or anything like that. And when I do that, when I tell you I only brush my hair twice a day, I legit do. Because you know how sometimes when you buy hair and you have to brush it every 30 minutes because it's like tangling at the back of your neck, and like you moving and talking, and then the back is tangly. Like, it's not at all. It's really, really good hair. So I'm in love with the hair. I really do. I love it, and that's really all I have to say about it. So you can be the judge of how you like the hair. Just check it out in the description box and see how you like it. See if you like the company, the website, the examples, the displays, whatever. Just check them out. That is all I have to say about the hair. I thank you all for watching my video. It's been a minute since I came in person and just talked to y'all, but I enjoy talking to you all directly in front of the camera instead of doing voiceovers all the time. So anyway, thank you all so much for watching the video, and I will talk to you or see you, or y'all will see me in my next video. Bye, y'all.